Hello everyone, my name is Najla and I am here to talk about e-learning versus classroom learning and what might be better between those two options. Now, first of all, in the past, we know that Indonesia's learning system had experienced many changes in order to find the most suitable education for everyone in Indonesia. The last learning system, which had persisted for 6 years, has changed, and one of the driving forces to this is the pandemic. The spread of COVID led the government to make a decree about lockdown in Indonesia, halting education for a moment. In many advanced area, learning institutes started moving their classroom into a gadget. In the first month of the pandemic, most schools used Google Classroom to learn. Teachers would put an assignment and the student would study and work on their assignment. Except they don't. I was a student as well at that time, so I believe I will be able to give you more insider information. But more on that later. Now, students are obviously overjoyed with the news. They think that there are more benefits from e learning. For example, the students are able to relax at home while studying at the same time. They can also study at their own pace. So, because there are no real pressure from teachers or the school, maybe from parents, but not all parents are that observant. Now, furthermore, it gives students that have long distance between their house and school a break, which I personally can relate since my house and school are literally on different cities. Now, of course, such a nice thing comes at a costly price. The spread of technology in Indonesia are not equal. A lot of region outside of Java or even some parts of Java itself are lagging behind in terms of technology because e-learning because of that e-learning are not very effective for the whole nation. There are also other discouraging aspects such as the difficulty to get good signals or internet, which can also happen in advanced areas because of the sheer amount of people using internet at the same time, and the fact that most students have difficulty understanding the materials that are explained through a meet call like a Zoom meeting. A lot of students can go unmonitored by the schools or parents, leading them to skip classes or even submitting a blank page for an assignment, which I'm sure some people feel called out for. Now, now that we talk about e-learning, we should also talk about classroom learning. The benefits are very obviously clear to see from the students all over the world. Students are able to pay attention and understand the material properly. They can also interact with other people, which will heighten their social skills, and teacher will have a tight watch over their students. But it's not all sunshines and rainbows. There are also some drawbacks to the classroom learning. For most Indonesian students, they have an 8-hour school time since a lot of schools start their day at 7 and end their day at 3 p.m. Personally, I now usually have 11 to 12 hours for 2 days of the week. The other days are the same 9 hours, 8 to 9 hours. These tight schedules can exhaust a student, leading them to not perform properly in school. Remember when I said my school is in different cities? Yeah, that's a problem as well. Students with long distance from their schools have to get up earlier in order not to be late. Students with meaning they will have to sacrifice some sleep, which I think you can kind of see. Of course, I can go to a school that is in my area, but they don't have the same standard as the one that are in outside of my city, which just basically means they're not as good. Now, personally, I think there are no clear solution to this unless the government is stepping in. One thing that schools can do is that they can give students a choice whether they want to study online or offline. Students, if the students are fully capable of studying online, the school should just let them do it. Such learning method is called hybrid. It is where students are offline and online at the same time. That split them half and half. This learning method can encourage students to study whichever way they wanted to, and make them obviously more comfortable, which can also heighten their ability to learn in school. So, thank you so much for paying attention, and I wish you have a good day. Bye.